Hello, hello, hello. We're back again. Finally, get back into the swing of things. We'll be working on they call it a green sofa in the directions, but it's a chair. It's not a sofa. So I called it a comfy chair. But so I have all the pieces. I've already cut out the templates, glued them onto the backs of the green fabric, the pleather, and got everything glued. And for the most part, cut out. I do have these little snips here that I have to do on the backs of these. I also kind of tried to go, learn from my experience with the actual couch, in that I kind of left some room. Normally when you're cutting stuff out, you cut on the inside of the line. Well, when I did that the last time, I ended up with pieces that were too small, and the wood was able to show through. So I cut on the outside of the line this time. We'll see how it goes. I just have two pieces that I have to go through and cut out all these little triangles. That one and this one. Got another crime show going on my TV in here. This time it's oh, good Lord, what am I watching? Okay. I'm just going to look, but it's kind of like a 48 hours type. New Detectives is what I'm watching. It is one of the ones that I regularly watch. I watch so many, I lose track of like what they're all called. As silly as that is. Okay, I'm gonna get my glue out, get it turned upside down, and get it ready. So this, I've already got the batting glued to the template, ready to go onto the chair. And I also have it here. This is the seat, and it does two layers, one smaller than the other. I don't know how well you can tell there. So I got a smaller square glued on top of the smaller square glued on top of the bigger square, and that just kind of gives that cushion a rounding to it. As soon as my glue gets down where it's supposed to be, there are 4 little armchair ends, and again, I cut them on the outsides of the line this time. Oh, it's not wanting to focus on that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it actually covers the wood this time. So kind of learning from my experience with the last go round of this. So I'm going to start by gluing the templates that have the batting glued to them onto their respective wood parts. And that's just kind of making it a little easier on myself. I have also glued these ahead of time to give a chance. give the glue a chance to dry. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the arm ends on at this time. And my glue is being a little pain in the butt today. Anybody that does crafting with their Fabri-Tac in a Sugar Bells icing bottle knows that when it gets low, for whatever reason, it bubbles out the top. I've never been able to understand why it does it, but it does. Like, it doesn't bubble when the bottle is full. It only does it when the bottle is almost empty, which, makes a whole lot of no sense. Now, doing this is a little out of order for what the instructions say to do, but I'm really okay with that because it's kind of pretty much self-explanatory how this all goes together. I do have this separating from the paper. What's everybody been watching lately? I've been kind of hanging out. I mean, when I was hanging out with my daughter, we watched a lot of like paranormal stuff. It's kind of her shtick. She's got particular people she likes to follow. So I was watching a lot of what she watches while I was there. And of course, now that I'm home, I'm back to watching my normal stuff, which is, like I said, is the crime stuff and stupid movies. Like, like sci-fi type stupid movies. Which is, my shtick. So those are going to need some extra glue because the paper is gluing down, but the pleather part is not. So I'm going to come back in, add some glue to that, add some glue to this one. This also needs to be kind of coaxed up, and this is, one of the things that I'm learning is that, it's obviously, it's not a quick process. You kind of have to be patient. You have to coax your stuff in, and you got to kind of like trick it in a way to glue where you want it to versus where sometimes where it wants to go. It's like, but that doesn't work for me. And so you kind of have to like tell it where to go. I keep hoping that, any of my packages that I'm waiting on would get delivered today, but so far, the only thing that has been delivered has been my Imperfect Foods order, which, yay. I have my fruit, my fruits and my veggies, and I can make another, container of feed for my bearded dragons, since their veggies are in that order. But those aren't really fun. I want my fun boxes. I want my box from Canada. I want my Amazon boxes, my surprise mystery boxes. I want to be able to hit the live button and have a play. Though hopefully by the time this video airs, my boxes will actually be here. But we shall see. Just kind of folding that down. Love those little clamps. Just saying. That's courtesy of the Dollhouse store. Okay. This is the back of the chair. And there's no foam in it because it's to hold that piece. So just kind of glue it in place so that I don't have to finagle and hold it quite so tight, theoretically. In theory, Some glue up here. I'm still kind of getting used to this whole recording in advance stuff. The paper is glued. The pleather is not. And that's mostly, when I'm cutting or when I'm gluing the template down, I just kind of do a quick glue on it. I don't focus a whole lot on like making sure that the template is completely glued to the fabric piece, because in sewing you don't do that. You just kind of you tack it so that you can cut it. That's kind of the way I tried to go about this. Take that. Trying to get right on the edge there. Okay. And for this, I'm going to see if I can get my sewing scissors on there. I just want to trim these little corners. Okay. There's that one. Let's bring this up and over. That. up and over. That one up and over. But truer words have not been heard. This crime show is talking about, the victim was forced to go to the bank to take the person to the bank, and they're talking about, what it must have been like knowing that you were probably in the final moments of your life. And, and I think anybody, probably, everybody that's ever, has been a victim of that. I imagine that's what their last moments are like. Okay, then I'm going to trim this corner. I'm going to trim the corners ahead of time. These are not my sewing scissors. That's why they're not cutting. They cut paper just fine, but things that are fabricy, not so much, because they've cut paper. Do I need to get under there? Of course I need to get under there. But yeah, I imagine that anybody that's ever been in a situation where, they're in that a dangerous position is, they're people. I mean, that's got to be normal to figure, to have those thoughts of, oh my gosh, this is the end, and do an evaluating of yourself and everything, and have I done everything, have I done everything that I meant to do? Am I right with my creator of choice? Whoever your belief system is. So again, I'm just gluing that down for the sole purpose of it not moving on me. Just putting a little glue right there in the center and gluing it down, and that's just to keep it still. Okay. Now, fortunately, this is square, so unlike the couch, when I followed the directions and it had me do it completely opposite that it should have, this being square, no matter which way direction I do it in, I just turn the cushion the other way. Get that started on drying. This one, not such a big deal because this is the bottom of this, this is what it's the frame of the chair. Give that a good squish. And I'm going to trim, and this goes to, my journaling world. Trim your corners at an angle, and then it gives you kind of some, I was going to say wiggle room. That's not what I'm looking for. It makes your corners neater, your edges. So I need some glue in there and some glue there, some glue there. Okay. So then rather than having, having the edges going all the way out, and having them being straight, angling them in, then you can kind of hide your corners a little bit. Okay, that's going to sit there and dry. Take these out. Again, trim, 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 and trim. That is not wanting to glue properly. Trim at an angle, trim at an angle, angle, and an angle. For this one, I'm just going to do one side at a time. Just kind of feed those in there. Okay. Turn this over. Okay, we're going to set that down there. This one should be done. Okay. Now, logically speaking, you would think you would glue these this way, so that way you have this nice clean edge. But then you have this on the back. And there is nothing in the instructions on covering this. So it actually goes this way. Because this one's bigger than this one, I'm going to put the glue on the little one. Ugh. Totally doing that with the wrong hand. My right hand is still pretty weak from after having the surgery. Okay, so gluing them together. You want your tops to be even. And you have this little tiny ledge down here, and that's where this piece attaches. See, I would be inclined to cut another single piece out and just cover the back so that we have this nice, neat edge. But Turn my heater down. Get my little snippies here. Okay. So now we have this done. We have the back of the chair done. And we have the couch cushion done. Okay. Put those up out of the way. Now let's cover the armrests before we assemble. Now again, these are already glued. They've been drying. And as you can see, the paper is not super stuck. So rather than glue them, try to glue them again. I'm just going to peel off what I can. But you can see the strength of that Fabri-Tac glue, including paper to fabric. That was just a lot of paper to have to deal with, so just peel it off. So this goes here, up, over, and across. So I'm going to start on, we're going to start on the bottom. Get my glue going here. There we go. There we go. My glue is trying to have a conversation with me about the temperature in my craft room, because it's wanting to dry out much quicker than it normally would. Okay. I'm going to do this flat edge. Whoops, sorry, I'm off camera. It's hard for me to stay on camera when I'm doing these because they're miniatures, and you know, I got to get them close to me to be able to see what I'm doing usually. Get that up in there. Get that going there. The lip is being stubborn. Okay. And this one, put the lip down. Ah! Oh, that scared me. I probably scared you guys. My clips went and sent the arm to the chair flying. Let's go figure out where it went now. Oh boy, where did it land? Oh no. I don't see it anywhere, guys. I bet it'll look like this on the floor. I felt it hit me in the arm when it flew by me. I am not seeing it anywhere. I don't see it on the floor. I don't see it on the top of my craft table. Totes under the table. It's not good, guys. Oh, found it. It was in the bin under my table. It was just blending. It was just blending. Okay. Around the circle part. And we're gonna go straight arm, straight part of the arm, and back across the bottom. Sorry. I was watching TV while I was gluing this down and didn't realize I was off screen. Clearly, I'm not going to be doing that again. That was crazy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. A little bit down this bottom edge. Sorry, off screen while I'm gluing. Then this one's going to require a little bit more trimming than this one. It's that human imperfection, you know. Like that. Okay. This one's needing a little more glue right here on the corner. This one need any trimming? Just a smidge. Why would somebody cover up the fact that they rented a storage unit from the police department? Sorry, it just made me giggle listening to, the commentary on the show. It's like, gee, I wonder why. What reason would have somebody have to, conceal that information from the police? I mean, aren't people always honest with the police department, especially when they're being sneaky and devious? Now that the craziness of this assembly, now we can start putting it together. So this arm goes here. And level with the back. So we're going to put some glue on this edge. Of the arm. I'm going to flip this over. Get that glued into place. Just going to hold this for a few seconds just to give the glue a chance to grab. Okay. From there, it says to glue this part on. So we're going to do this back. So the side and the back. Almost glued it the wrong way. And again, you've got that little ledge there between your back piece and your cushioned back piece. That little lip there where your cushion sits, or your chair piece. Again, I'm just going to kind of hold that for a sec to give that glue a moment to adhere. Then we got this arm. Gluing up that back edge, just like I did on the other side. Just make sure you're gluing the correct edge. guess we need to glue that other side of the cushion chair or the frame. All right, I am not sounding like a very intelligent person these days. Right now, just kind of catch myself blabbering. And then this cushion goes right there. And I find it interesting that this particular chair, it doesn't have any feet on it. I almost dropped it. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on there. Just going to add a little bit of extra glue down here in the cracks, just to give it some extra security. Okay. Well, so I realized that I put the cushion I should have spun it the other way around, but the glue has already adhered to it, and it says, nope, I'm not letting go. So this chair, like the couch, has a pillow made out of this fabric. Here's the template for the pillow. And again, I'm going to be sewing that on my sewing machine. I don't want to glue it. And then this is the template for the little throw. So let's see. And this is meant to just kind of be over the arm of the chair. So because I goofed up on that seat, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to fix my error or cover my error. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. And I'm going to affix. Let me get that a little straighter. I'm going to affix that corner right there. I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to put a little glob right here. And a little glob of glue right here. So this can be bunched up. So there's that for now. And again, it's going to have a little square pillow to go there. And there you go. Here's the little miniature chair. And again, for whatever reason, this doesn't have feet on it. If I have extra parts or I can find some of the little metal pieces that were used on the couch, if I can find anything like that, I probably will put feet on it. Just because, like, who sits that close to the floor? But, you know, we shall see. We'll see what I can find. That is it for this little piece. And I can add it in here with the couch, the chair, the wine bottles, the table, and the stove. And then on the next installment will be the side table, which has a vase and like a tea set on it. So it's this little table right here. So that will be next. Stay tuned. Watch for, if you hit that notification bell, you'll get the notice when I drop that video. Again, if you like my content, just hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already done so. And feel free to share my video with anybody you think might enjoy my content. And we'll catch up to you later. Bye. Where's my mouse? There it is. Bye-bye.